What is up, everyone? Welcome to the newest episode of Friday Night Wars, the hottest sports debate show on YouTube today. And I am talking. So you know what that means. Big win for Mike on the Mic squad. I've got some good news and some bad news for you, Joe Morley. We did have a 2-week hiatus, so I'm not sure if you're up by 2-3 wins, somewhere around there. The good news is that you are still leading in the overall competition for Friday Night Wars by just a couple wins. But the bad news is that I have been doing some serious recruiting. We've got about 20 to 25 new members of the Warzone Army repping the Mic on the Mic squad since the last time we competed. Victories are about to get a lot more rare for you, Mr. Morley. I hope you enjoyed your time on the mountaintop because time's up.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Step into the war zone.
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 Friday night war zone.
Friday night war zone.
Hey yo, it's Phil Flames. I'm with Mike on the Mic and Joe Morley. About to bring you more heat. Welcome to the war zone. You can have a floor seat. Watch them on your iPhone. Watch them on your Galaxy. It's a sports debate show. Straight up out of SoCal. Gather around the laptop. Friday nights it goes down. And we on the radio. Coming to your locale. Got into the third round. Better bring the smoke now. Step into the war zone.
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 Friday night war zone.
Friday night war zone.
Step into the 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 war zone.
Friday night war zone.
Friday night war zone.
Mike, welcome back. Welcome back. We'll give you the first victory after the NFL draft, all that stuff that's been going on, guys. It's been a fun hiatus, and a busy hiatus. We had some great shows in between. But Mike, you asked me how much I'm up by. Don't worry, because I'm up by not 1, not 2, not 3. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that, but I just wanted to go there with that. But hey, it's great to be back. Friday Night Wars is back. Sean, Mike on the mic versus Joe Morley, your army. I don't care who you have, 25 new people, it doesn't matter. Bring it, because I'm going to beat you down like I do every week.
Oh, so you're calling this just a sympathy win? A sympathy win?
Yeah. They're good. Nobody cared. This is like 2 weeks ago that this happened. Nobody cared. We were too busy. We were too focused on the draft, seeing what was going to happen. That's all done with. It's Friday night. We're back to it. We're back at it again.
I'm excited to get into some of the draft talk. You guys already know we're going to talk about the NFL draft on this show. We're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers and the Packers situation, and we're going to talk about Joe Morley's current favorite NBA team, the Phoenix Suns, and just how hot are they. Just to give a little preview of the topics that are coming up. If you guys are enjoying all the shows that we're putting up on the War Zone, we would appreciate it a lot if you took the 2 seconds it takes to help us accomplish our goals by hitting that subscription button and a little notification bell right next to us, so you're alerted every time we drop new content. And if you want Friday Night Wars to go along with that subscription, smash the likes. Helps us a ton in the algorithm. We appreciate all the support we get, and I'm excited to be back on Friday Night Wars for the first time in 2 weeks, a full 14 days.
This is like a let go chant, right? Like, let's go, right?
I thought you were like pulling the horn on the choo-choo train or something.
Let's go. That's what all the cool kids are saying now.
With that being said, and with the rust knocked off, let's go to war. Are the Suns legitimate contenders to win the finals?
Of course, the Phoenix Suns are legit. Mike, how many times do I have to tell you this? I told you in December. I told you in January. I told you in February, March, April, and now what? May. I'm telling you, hop on the train, Mike, before you get left behind. Chris Paul was the piece, the missing piece. His leadership has molded this team into championship material, right? Monty Williams has this team believing in themselves. And they aren't going to stop, Mike. They ain't stopping. Mike, this all goes back to last year in the bubble. They went undefeated against the playoff teams from last season and didn't get to move on. They are hungry. They are a young team and want to prove to the world that they belong. The NBA still isn't giving the Suns the respect they deserve. Well, wake up. Wake up, everybody. The Suns are here to stay, and come playoff time, you all will recognize.
That was passionate, Joe. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with your speech for your Phoenix Suns. And I am also impressed because your Phoenix Suns are an absolute fire right now. They've won 4 of the last 5. They're battling for the first seed in the Western Conference. CP3 is balling. Devin Booker's averaging 25, 4, and 4. It's all great and a huge step forward for this franchise and for this organization. But none of that, not a goddamn single one of those, is going to matter come playoff time. More and more that the season unfolds, the more and more it looks like the Lakers, my Los Angeles Lakers, and your Los Angeles Lakers may happen to find themselves in the play-in tournament due to various injuries to their superstar players. Regardless if it's the Lakers or it's the Clippers, the Phoenix Suns have to go through the Los Angeles superpowered teams twice in the Western Conference to make it to the finals. Joe, you're going to sit here and tell all the viewers at home, the millions and millions of viewers at home, including The Rock, who I stole that catchphrase from. You're going to sit here and tell them that the Phoenix Suns can take Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and this Clipper squad in a 7-game series. You're going to sit here and tell all the people at home that this Phoenix Suns team can take LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Andre Drummond in a 7-game series. No way. And even if they do pull off a miracle and do it once, which I would predict it would be against the Clippers because, obviously the Lakers are the superior team in LA, they will not be able to pull it off a second time. And even if they somehow make it through the Western Conference, make it through the Twin Towers in LA, they got the Brooklyn Nets or the Philadelphia 76ers or the Milwaukee Bucks waiting for them in the Eastern Conference. Congrats. It was a ton of fun and an extremely impressive season for the Phoenix Suns. But come playoff time, I am telling you, they are not ready to be legitimate contenders.
Really? Really, Mike? You just listed off some teams. Ain't nobody care about no Clippers. Nobody cares about the Lakers. Nobody cares because the Phoenix Suns are going, right? But then you go and disrespect another. Not only are you disrespected one other team, the New York Knicks. You didn't even bring them up as a team to be in the championship. Suns versus Knicks championship game. Bring it on.
Will anyone even tune in to that finals? I think they would, because that would be like 2 underdogs just colliding. And I know both teams are red hot right now, but I am telling you, when it comes playoff team, playoff team, you got me all flustered with the underdog thing. When it comes playoff time, what's going to matter is those superstars, and the Phoenix Suns and New York Knicks just don't have the caliber guys to match up against either the Lakers or the Brooklyn Nets or the Los Angeles Clippers. Even the Denver Nuggets are going to be tough on them.
It's all about heart. It's all about heart.
Not.
Talent means nothing. Talent is nothing.
That's not
all about heart.
That's not how the NBA goes. That's just not how it goes, man.
That's how my NBA goes.
The regular season's all about heart. The postseason's all about talent and which team is the most stacked up, which team can hit the most threes. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up seeing Golden State in the first round if the Suns fall to them in round 1, to just Steph Curry by himself.
Not going to happen. I know how much you want to see it so you can throw it back in my face, but it ain't happening.
All right, if you can answer these questions with good answers, the correct answers, then I'll be on the Phoenix Sun bandwagon with you. If the Suns play the Lakers in round 1 or 2, who's going to stop Anthony Davis on the Suns?
Nobody.
Okay.
It's not about stopping them. It's about scoring more than the team.
Who
they don't care if they win. They can win 138 to 132. It doesn't matter. And Davis can score 40, 50 points as long as they get that W.
They're not going to get that W. They don't got no one to slow down Anthony Davis. And then you bring in the fact that they got Andre Drummond, who is getting like 15 to 20 boards a game for the Lakers right now while the superstars are resting. And on top of all that, you have the best player in the world, LeBron James, to worry about. And yes, CP3 is awesome, but with the injury, not the injury, illness, whatever's going on with Dennis Schroeder, CP3 is probably going to have to try and guard a point guard playing LeBron. No way the Phoenix Suns beat them in 7 games, man. I'm telling you.
Let's move on because you're never going to believe in it. You're always going to be that Laker homer.
I really hope that is the first round matchup. All right, guys, that's it for round 1. I already feel like I'm in the flow of things, knocking the rust off. We're getting passionate, bringing up a passionate topic to lead it off. Whoever came up with that idea is a genius. It was me. Well, I'll just take the credit right now. Let's move on to the next one. What was your favorite draft pick of the 2021 NFL Draft? Joe, you want my personal favorite? Well, it's obviously the Los Angeles Chargers getting Rashawn Slater at the 13th overall pick. I mean, how much more lucky can you get? How much more of a steal can you get? I won't take that cop out. I won't take that rogue because I don't want to upset you or any of the viewers at home with my Chargers praises, despite all of the failures the Chargers have had in my lifetime. I can hear the boos from the crowd from here. Trust me. I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears moving up to take your favorite quarterback in the draft, Justin Fields. Now, I know what you're thinking. Mike, weren't you pro Zach Wilson for the entire pre-draft situation and buildup? Just because I am a pro Zach Wilson guy, just because I believe in Zach Wilson, does not mean that I think Justin Fields is going to be a complete bust. Fields has a calm style of QB play and is ready to save this franchise. Bears fans are real excited. I don't know if you've been on the internet at all. They're very, very excited, and there's a reason for it. Already on day 1 as the Bears quarterback, with the hype that he brings, the play that he brings, the success in college that he brings, Justin Fields may already be the best quarterback in Chicago Bears franchise history. And they got him at 11th overall. They got most likely their best quarterback in franchise history with the 11th overall pick. And the way it happened via the trade up, that's so exciting as a fan. The Bears fans freaking out like, oh, we're on the clock. We're going to get Mac Jones or Justin Fields. The pick gets announced, and the rest of the league's excited as well, knowing that this guy won't be a Patriot. All of this built together makes this my favorite selection of the entire NFL draft.
Mike, I could have gone the easy route because everybody knows exactly what you just said, that I love Justin Fields. Justin Fields is the best pick in the draft. I loved it. I think he is and was the best quarterback in this draft. I think he's going to be the best. I love the fit in Chicago, but I'm going to go in a different direction because I'm taking the whole draft into effect, right? Justin Fields at 11, we all know, awesome. We all know the love that Chicago fans are giving him. We all know that. We all expected Justin Fields to go first round and top 15, maybe even top 10. He did that. But I'm going to go in a different direction, and I'm going to go a little harder and a little more of a surprise to some people. But this is a great value, and I think one of the steals of the draft. I want to go with Dallas Cowboys 4th round pick, linebacker Jabril Cox from LSU. Why or how this guy fell? I have no idea, but I don't really care. The 4th round has been great to many teams in the past, right? And I believe this was an absolute steal for the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, they drafted Parsons in the 1st round, but why not double down on linebackers, right? Cowboys doubled down on everybody. They got defense. The Cowboys needed defense, and Cox was considered a top 50 prospect going into this draft. People had him as a top 50 player going into this draft, and he went 4th round. 4th round. He ran a 4.540. And you know that he didn't allow 1 touchdown or get penalized in 352 coverage snaps last year, according to PFF. And in his career, in his whole college career, he only allowed 2 touchdowns while intercepting the ball 8 times as a linebacker. He has great awareness and movement. He's going to be a great coverage linebacker, and Cowboy fans, go out there and buy those jerseys because you're going to fall in love with him quickly. Jabril Cox, best steal, best pick of this NFL draft.
Stop telling these people to waste their money on Jabril Cox Cowboys jerseys. They got like 20 linebackers. Now, if they made the announcement,
Get that jersey with Cox on the back.
If they made the announcement that he was going to play safety, then I'll be even a little bit more excited about that Cox pick. Because you're right, that dude skydove from the ranks. I mean, he was going to be a second-round pick, and he fell all the way to the 4th round.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really do a lot of research of why, because I don't really care, because I still like him. I don't understand why some of these players fall because they read something wrong about him. But this dude plays like 4 years in college as a great athlete, and now all of a sudden you read that, oh, his back has a little strain in it, and then all of a sudden he falls 4 rounds. Come on. We've read that too many times. We read stuff about players, and they fall. They keep falling in the draft, but then they become that still the great player that we missed out on. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it seems year in and year out, the GMs who have the balls to make big moves and make big picks win the drafts. And it turns out that the players that they picked, guys that people can just see are good at what they do, and they don't take all that behind the scenes crap into making the decision, or at least as a whole of making the decision. Those GMs usually succeed, and those teams usually stay good. And I'm talking about guys like John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh is famously known for being able to throw that kind of stuff out the window and say, hey, if this guy has the talent level for me to develop, I believe in my coaching skills to develop him. And that's something that probably happened with Jabril Cox. A small injury, a small off the field thing. Something like that caused him to slide. JOK's was a heart condition that no one knew what it was yet. And come to find out, it's going to have no effect on his football career. And a guy that was probably supposed to be taken inside the top 20 fell all the way into the 50s, which is ridiculous. So, yeah, the GMs just seem to overthink it sometimes. And I think Jabril Cox is going to be good as well. But this begs the question also for me, is Van Der Esch on the trade block? Can the Cowboys trade one of these linebackers? Because I'd be interested to see either Jalen Smith or Van Der Esch leave Dallas, which will give room for guys like Parsons and Cox to get in there.
Yeah, I think he is, because the Cowboys declined to pick up his 5th-year option. So, of course he is. The Cowboys looked themselves in the mirror and they said, our defense sucks. Our defense is horrible. And not a lot of teams can do that. Not a lot of teams can look at themselves in the mirror and say that. And they did it. And they go, anybody on our defense is gone. We got to do something. And they went into the draft and they got defense. And, hey, if they feel that you're not performing, you're out of there. You're out of there. They don't care about the names anymore. And that's the way that all franchises should be doing it.
Well, when you sign a guy like Dak Prescott to the deal that you signed him to, you need to be going for Super Bowls. No more playing around with this, barely trying to squeak into the playoffs crap. They need to be a 13-3 football team in the next 3 years for that contract to look like it's paying off. For any of the moves that they've made with Zeke, or any of the moves that they've made by getting all these receivers for Dak to throw to, the tight ends, always paying into the offensive line. If they want to get the full benefits of having this super offense that they've built, you've got to fix the defense, and you've got to become an all-around great team that's going to be competing for Super Bowls. That's the thing the Cowboys don't do. They seem to just want to get the flash. They just want to, and that's why people are criticizing the Micah Parsons pick a little bit. They just want to get the name value. They need to build a good team. I don't know, man. I feel like they had a decent draft for helping the defense out.
Yeah. I mean, of course, we would have loved to see them take a cornerback, but the 2 top corners went before they got a pick. Then they made a trade. They did that, and they got Parsons, who many people consider the best linebacker in the draft. So how can you hate on trying to improve your defense by getting the best linebacker in the draft? I don't get that. I don't like the Cowboys. I'm not a big Cowboy fan. I love to hate on Cowboy fans. If you're a Cowboy fan out there, I love to hate on you. But I'm giving you props for this. I'm giving you props for a good draft.
Yeah, I like it. And that's enough giving the Cowboys any kind of props. All right, that's enough on the show. Let's just
now they can go 8-9. Go 8-9 next year.
There you go. And then to talk about the Justin Fields pick a little bit. Obviously, you shared that you were excited about it. Do you think that Chicago was the best spot for him to land, or were you looking for him to go somewhere else?
I like the Chicago spot. I do. I know a lot of people are hard on Matt Nagy, but I think he's going to find the best way to use him. There was rumors about it would have been interesting if the Vikings would have ended up with him. There's rumors about that. That would have been a cool one. But I'm glad he didn't fall to New England. I'll say that one. That was the one I didn't want him to fall to. But I think Justin Fields fits in good. I think San Francisco is going to regret this decision.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm still on the fence about the Trey Lance thing, but it's a whole different conversation to be had on a whole different episode, I'm sure, in the future of Friday Night Wars. Let's move on to the next round. Let us know who you think won that round in the comment section, or save it for the end. Here we go. Where is Aaron Rodgers' best landing spot?
Aaron Rodgers only has one great choice. I love Derek Carr. And I love my Raiders. But I want to see the Raiders win with Derek Carr, but it ain't going to happen. Probably more than likely it's not going to happen. So I'm sorry. If you could trade for Aaron Rodgers, you do it. Rodgers would love Las Vegas because John Gruden will let him do whatever he wants. John Gruden and veteran quarterbacks get along like peas and carrots. And you know that. You look at the history. Rodgers will see the field and make the adjustments needed and keep that offense on the field, which does what? Fixes that Raiders defense, right? Because the way to fix them is not let them on that field. So Aaron Rodgers driving and at least keeping the drives moving is going to help the Raiders defense as well. Imagine this, Mike. Put this in your head right now. Rodgers to Darren Waller all day. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Henry Ruggs, John Brown, Hunter Renfrow, Brian Edwards, Zay Jones, Willie Snead will all improve with Aaron Rodgers. He will elevate their game. I could see Edwards as the James Jones from back in the day. Renfrow as the Jordy Nelson. Plus the NFL reigning MVP putting on a show every Sunday on the Strip in Las Vegas, Nevada. Let's go. Tickets are already sold out. Just me thinking about this, right? The Raiders are better and closer than people are giving them credit for. Even if you don't like to admit that, Mike. Raiders.
Oh, man. I actually had the whole back vomit. Like that wasn't even, I'm not even telling a joke. I'm not showing off for the show. I actually had the hold back vomiting my mac and cheese and hot dog lunch that I ate just before I came on the air with you, Joe. That was terrible. This question has an easy answer. Now I want to preference that basically every single team in the league could use Aaron Rodgers. Every single team in the league could be a suitor for a quarterback the caliber of Aaron Rodgers, except for a select few. The Chargers, the Chiefs, Seahawks, Buccaneers, probably not. That's not a no from them. Bills, most likely no. Maybe you could throw the Cardinals and Ravens in there as guaranteed no's. But here's a question. We could talk about it after my segment. Would you trade Kyler and Lamar Jackson or Lamar Jackson for Aaron Rodgers? That's an interesting conversation right there. But with all these teams on the table, the best fit and the best team for Aaron Rodgers to go to right now in this moment is the Cleveland Browns. You have the best offensive line in football, paired with the best running back core in the NFL. You have a plethora of offensive weapons, including guys like Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, Rashad Higgins, Austin Hooper, David Njoku, and the newly added Anthony Schwartz. And to be honest, with what they've done this offseason, the defense is going to be much improved, maybe even a top 10 defense. You add established guys like John Johnson and Troy Hill to your secondary. Jadeveon Clowney is still worth the shot, especially on the cheap one-year deal they got him for. Not to mention Grant Delpit, Greedy Williams, Olivier Vernon are all coming back from injury this season. You get the round 1 and 2 draft picks used on a cornerback, Greg Newsome, and the safety/linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. All of that. And I still haven't brought the fact that Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward on that defense are coming back and are both meeting their prime years at the same time and impacting the game the way they do at the same damn time. The Browns had the best offseason of any team, in my personal opinion. And it's not like they were bad last year. They had the best offseason following a season where they went 11-5 and won a playoff game. It sucks for Baker because he'd probably be sent to Green Bay in this package, but acquiring A-Rod takes this team from a team with high potential, a team we expect to take the leap this year, to a team that would currently be in contention to win the Super Bowl. I don't think Baker is bad, but it is that bad man down there in Wisconsin, Aaron Rodgers. There's so much more that you could do with the offense with a guy the caliber of Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's an all-time great player, and he just won MVP. Book it. Aaron Rodgers of Cleveland. If he comes to the AFC West, I'm going to stop watching sports.
Aaron Rodgers come to the AFC West. Hey, it's a win-win for everybody. Mike's done watching sports if you come on over.
Yeah, that'll be it for me.
It's a win-win.
Denver or Las Vegas.
Like you,
and I'm done.
I think the Packers GM just saw that, and he's like picking up the phone right now. Denver, Vegas. Who do you guys want? What do you guys want to give me? Because Mike's done.
No, I think actually most likely right now the highest probability is Denver. But whenever these conversations comes up, it seems like they never go to the guy with the highest bid.
No, I do think that he's gone. I think they're gonna wait until June, and he's gone. But yeah, I don't know if he's gonna retire or be traded. But I think the Packers need to do something. He's done. He's done.
Well, the relationship is burnt to the ground at this point. And whether it's the Packers releasing all of this, or it's Aaron Rodgers, or it's neither, it might just be a bunch of speculation as well. There's something there where there's smoke, there's fire, right? And it seems at this point that it is not repairable. And if they do try to bring him back, say for one more year, because Jordan Love is still there, even if they repair this whole conflict and he comes back, that Jordan Love cloud is still hanging above the Packers, above Aaron Rodgers, above the whole situation. And it's going to come up because Jordan Love's got to play, right? He's a first-round pick. They traded up to get him. He's got to play at some point. So even if they do somehow get Rodgers into the 2021 season and playing as a Packer, you will not win a Super Bowl with that much dysfunction between your star players, your coach, and the upper management organization people.
And to answer your question, but not to get into a long conversation about it, because I want to keep this show short and we can talk about this another time. Yes, hell to the yes. I would trade Lamar Jackson straight up for Aaron Rodgers. I might even give up a little bit more with Lamar Jackson to bring in Aaron Rodgers, but that's just me.
What about Kyler?
Yes. Yes.
They're all on the table. What about Herbert?
No, Justin Herbert probably not, because he's still young. He's still doing his thing.
So that beginning list that I gave was like Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Tom.
I probably wouldn't even do it if I was the Bengals, even with Joe Burrow and the recent injury, because he's shown promise. Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, I already know what I can get out of him. And come playoff time, I'm not trusting him as much. And the arm strength for especially for Lamar Jackson hasn't showed me anything that improved over the last couple of years.
Here's the deal, Green Bay. Baker Mayfield and Rashad Higgins, they're great together. They have some kind of weird connection. So Baker Mayfield, Rashad Higgins, a first-round pick, maybe 2 first-round picks, some other picks for Aaron Rodgers. To keep him out of the AFC West, that's a win. He goes to Cleveland, an organization that hasn't been very successful, so we don't got to see a team like the Patriots get him and continue to dominate. So that's a win. You get him out of the NFC, so you don't got to play him in the playoffs. Although, Green Bay, I got some bad news. Lose that guy, you're probably not making the playoffs anyways. But you don't got to worry about that, just in case Jordan Love is the real deal. It's a win-win-win-win-win. Send him to Cleveland. Come on. Or Washington. I like Washington.
How about Aaron Rodgers to Kenny Galladay?
In New York?
In New York.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool because he seems like a New York kind of guy.
And then Danny Dimes goes to Green Bay.
Big city. Yeah, that's fine. Send it. Danny Dimes, wherever Danny Dimes goes, this is it for him.
Then that would be a division full of great quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it would. You're going to have Kellen Mond slinging it around for the Vikings, Danny Dimes in Green Bay, Justin Fields in Chicago. Justin Fields will be the best team in the division. Yeah. Best quarterback in the division. That'd be absolutely crazy. Jared Goff over there in Detroit by himself with Anthony Lynn as offense coordinator. Oh, man, that division is going to be something. I think the Bears could win it if that's the situation.
There's a lot of things going on, but yeah, Aaron Rodgers, get on out of Green Bay. Hashtag free Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, it isn't that far. Brian Bolster's going to somehow jump on here and start yelling at you if you start doing that kind of talk.
Bring it home, Brian Bolster.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. We appreciate you guys tuning in. If you enjoyed what you saw and you're not already subscribed, please take 2 seconds. One more reminder, hit that subscription button and a little notification bell next to it. We have 6 shows a week at this point?
7.
7 shows a week, 1 each day, with 3 live streams a week. You guys don't want to miss out on all that. Smash that like button. It helps out a ton in the algorithm. Head over to the www.warzonesportsnetwork.com for some bonus content and just access to everything we produce, really. Everything's up there on that website. It's kind of a one-stop shop for the Warzone Sports Network. Even if you want some merch, there's some merch over there.
Even articles.
Articles, yeah.
Some blogs. I just wrote one. There's blogs on there. There's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of bonus content over there, and it's all free. Everything. Warzone Sports Network, bring it to you free. Bring it from our home to your home for no cost, other than
free.
Hit a button like this. That easy. That easy. Any last words, Joe? Any last shout-outs? You want to say hi to Mama Joe Morley? She's going to vote for you.
She'll vote for me. The book club's voting for me. They're coming in full effect. Guys, we're back. We took a 2-week hiatus because of the NFL draft. We had some great coverage of that NFL draft. I hope you guys liked it. But Friday Night Wars is back. And you know what that means? Put the W's in the column over here. Come on. Put it on the board. Yeah.
No. I'm taking the win. But I know that the book club's going to show up when I see people voting for you when you say the Broncos are the most complete best team in the NFL. That's like a month old at this point, and it's still bothering me. Maybe you're foreshadowing the Aaron Rodgers thing.
Yeah. Randy Pepperton, let's go.
Drop that J-O-E, Randy. Thanks for the vote each week. I really appreciate you. All right, guys, as you know, we got some advice for you just to finish this thing off. I hope you enjoy the end screen, by the way. I'm putting some extra work into it this week. But always remember that when you're talking sports or you're in a sports debate, that you never know when you're going to have to go to war.